What up, guys? Welcome to Champion Picks, and I'm Jared Champion. In this edition of Champion Picks, we're going to be going over my Week 4 NFL betting picks for the 2016 season. As I first want to go over my last week's pick. Last week, we did fortunately go 4-0. We had Jay Cutler under 21.5 completions. Stanford -3. They were a for sure push. They had a defensive touchdown with no seconds left on the clock for that good win for us. We had the Raiders +1.5. They won at Tennessee. And the Vikings with the upset +7.5 at Carolina. We went 4-0 this week. Don't expect a 4-0 all the time, but it was a great week for us. So let's take a look at what that did for the channel. The channel currently is at 4-0. Guys, 4-0. Come on. Click that 4-0 for me and hit that subscribe button. It'll take you right there. You can subscribe to the channel. We're going to go and get you 4 more picks for this week. Hopefully we can go 8-0. We went 0-1 on our parlay. We were doing $20 bet on the parlay. We're going to actually knock that down to 10 this week. So our channel is actually up $60. Let's take a look at our picks for this week. Starting on Thursday night, pick 1. We've got the Miami Dolphins at the Cincinnati Bengals. Guys, I don't know what the public is thinking, but all the public money has been for the Bengals. Do we have amnesia? Andy Dalton is terrible in primetime games. He's 5-9 in primetime. The Bengals have a bad secondary. In primetime games, Andy Dalton has 15 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, and he still doesn't have his good tight end Tyler Eifert, who used to bail him out. Guys, our pick this week is the Fins +8, and I'll tell you why. In the past 2 games, Ryan Tannehill has thrown for 760 yards and 5 TDs. Look for this game to be a close one. I got this pick at 8 right now, but I'm waiting right into kickoff to see if the line goes up any higher. If we could get this at 8, 8.5, that would be wonderful. Our second pick that we have for you, Tennessee Titans at Texans. Since 2014, the Titans are 5-12 against the spread as an away dog. Since 2014, the Texans are an 80% win against the spread as a home favorite, and they're 9-5 against the spread after a loss. Guys, the line has been moving way down since the loss of J.J. Watt, so I really like this play. But like I said, just like with the Cincinnati-Miami game, I'm going to wait really close to kickoff to see if this line moves even further. Maybe we can get Texans -4.5, -4, but right now I still like it at -5, so that's my second pick of the week. For my third pick, I have Kansas City at Pittsburgh. The line moved pretty quick. There was a big money surge for Kansas City. It was -6 for Pittsburgh, and now the line is at -4.5. Pittsburgh is 5-2 against the spread as a home favorite, 4-2 against the spread as a loss. They have Le'Veon Bell coming back. I think their running game is going to be a 2-headed monster, and I think this is a big bounce back game since they didn't look so good in Philadelphia. I don't know why there's so much money behind Kansas City. They seem to keep games close, but I'm going to go ahead and buy a half point, get the juice at 120. So my pick is Pittsburgh -4, buying a half point. Guys, for my fourth pick of the week, I have the New York Giants at the Vikings. I got in on this game early. I got it. The line was -4 when it opened. I bought a half point immediately. I got it at 3.5. This line is all the way up to -5 now. The money's in on the Vikings big. The Vikings have covered the spread since 2015. 17-3. They're 17-3 against the spread. Against Mike Zimmer defenses, Eli has 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. The Vikings have gotten 15 sacks and have an +8 turnover ratio on the year. That's a good defense, and I look for that at-home win to come in big. I like the Vikings buying a point to be -3.5. I know this is kind of late to be showing this line to you, but even if you buy a 1.5, I still think it's worth it here. On my parlay play for the week, I have the total of the Indianapolis Colts versus Jacksonville Jaguar game. See how I don't say at Jacksonville Jaguar? Because this game is in London, and these London games have notoriously gone over. Indianapolis Colts offense seems like it's starting to fire up good. T.Y. Hilton had a great game last week despite Moncrief being out. The Jaguars defense can't stop anything, let alone the Colts defense can't stop anything. These London games always seem to be high scoring, so I'm taking the over here. My second parlay play is Carolina Panthers at Atlanta Falcons over. People think the Carolina Panthers defense is good. It's not the same Carolina Panthers defense. They're allowing over 23 points a game this year, and that includes to letting San Francisco do that to them at home. Let alone there was a few backdoor scores, but their defense isn't the same as it used to be. They lost good cornerbacks, so I think Atlanta in the Georgia Dome is going to be able to put up big points. Now, we saw what Drew Brees did versus Atlanta's defense, and I think after Carolina got beat last week and Kelvin Benjamin only had one reception. I look for Cam Newton to be throwing a lot of balls his way this week. This is going to be a high-scoring game. Let's take the over in the 50.5. For my third pick is the under, New Orleans Saints at San Diego. A lot of people say, man, this looks like an overplay. It does look like an overplay to the public, but it's not. Let me give you the stat I have here. New Orleans, since 2013, while being a road dog, has only gone the over 37% of the time. Third worst in the NFL. They're off a short week. They played Monday. They got a tough loss. I think this is going to look a lot like the Giants game when New Orleans went to New York. Drew Brees notoriously does not play good on the road. This is way too high. Take the under. And then I have two last money line picks. I think the Chargers beat the Saints. I think it'll be a close game, but I like them at home for the money line. And I like the Vikings at home for the money line on Monday night. If the Vikings line wouldn't have moved to 5 already and I could get this in at 3.5, I would. But I looked at the difference between buying points and take the money line. So we're going to take the money line. And if you look right here, guys, this is a $10 parlay play to win 138. Guys, if you're going to play the parlays, play them all year. Think of a 16-game NFL season. 16 games at $10 each is around $160. You hit 2 parlays of the whole year, you make money. You hit 3, you make double your profit. So just think about that, guys. Parlay plays should be played the whole year or not at all. All right, guys, I want to thank you for all the support. I've had a lot of new subscribers and comments this week. My last video, the DraftKings video, if you want to click down here, hit the DraftKings icon. It'll take you to my DraftKings picks of the week. If you click the subscribe button on the screen, it will subscribe to my channel. I appreciate subscriptions, guys. I went 4-0 last week. I think a few subs are deserved. Maybe I can go 4-0 again this week. Maybe we can get that sub count up. You click the DraftKings link down here. You get you a entry to the $1 Million Maker upon $5 deposit. The $1 Million Maker entry is a $20 value. If you click that, it'll take you right to that DraftKings link. Guys, good luck this weekend. Hope we all win some money.